back to my channel. SashaJay here, and if you realized I haven't been on here in a while, it's because I haven't, but if you've been following my social medias, which you should, then you would know why I haven't been making videos as much as I normally do, I guess, and it is because I'm pregnant and currently filming this video. I just turned 18 weeks today, so I wanted to do a video because I've been getting a lot of questions about how I found out, like what were my symptoms and how I told Walter, which is my boyfriend, obviously. And so I thought I would just do a quick video today and tell you guys how I found out, how I told him, and let's start getting this baby video series going because I am excited about it, and it's about time that I started making the videos because I'm already in my second trimester. But side note, I had a miscarriage before, so I just really wanted to make sure that I was healthy in this pregnancy, that the baby was healthy in this pregnancy before I made any type of videos. So we're good, everything is good, baby is fine. So yeah, let's start getting these baby vlogs going. And on a side note, I have our son here, which is a pit bull. His name is Bruce, and he wanted to come in with me while I filmed, so I decided to let him come in and hang out with mommy for the video. But so the day I found out was September 16th, and for me, my periods are never regular, and I mean like never regular. So sometimes I'll be 3 days late, sometimes I'll be 1 day late. And when I was younger, I actually skipped a month altogether. So if I was stressing in school or stressing in life, my period was never ever regular. So that was like one thing I took into consideration in September when my period was late. So I was a day late, and I noticed that because like a lot of us girls, we all have, you know, the pink period apps and all that stuff. And mine's like, hello, you're a day late. But I was like, okay, well, I'm always a day late, so I never really thought of it. One day turned into 2 days. Didn't have any symptoms. I was like, okay, you know, I was stressing about school, and I was like, maybe, you know, whatever, I'm just late. 2 days turned into 3 days late. And then I was like, okay, maybe I should tell Walter I'm 3 days late, just so that way he knows. So I remember, I think it was just in passing, like he was going to work and I was coming back home from work or something like that, and I was like, hey babe, just so you know, I'm 3 days late. And he's like, okay, whatever, like, because for him it's no big deal either, because like I said, I'm usually always late. So he didn't think anything of it, I didn't think anything of it, there was no symptoms, nothing. Then 3 days turned into 4 days late, and I was like, something is up. Like on literally the 4th day, I was like, I have to pee a lot more, which is weird because I don't drink a lot of fluids. I drink a lot of soda, or I used to drink a lot of soda, and I was like, but I never had to pee a lot, so I was like, why am I peeing so much? Then I noticed my food, like there was just something about food that I couldn't stomach. So now it's in the morning time. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Maybe they're just phantom pregnancy things, because I've had that before too. And if you don't know what that is, it's just if you really think you're pregnant, you start having phantom pregnancy signs. But you're not really pregnant, it's just because you keep thinking that you are. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just that because I'm freaking out. So later that day, I go to lunch with my best friend, K-Bear. I'm gonna call her K-Bear. If you know who she is, you'll see her on my Instagram. And so we go to lunch, and I'm telling her the symptoms, and I was like, we just got there, I went to the restroom. 5 minutes after we got there, I had to go to the restroom again. And she's just looking at me like, girl, you are pregnant. And I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant, like I'm just late. Then we ordered our food, and I usually go to Applebee's. Applebee's is our spot, it just is. And I get my food, I always have this food because I love it, it's the pasta. And I take one bite into it, and I'm like, I wanna vomit. And she just looks at me, and I'm like, I gotta vomit. I literally get up and I run to the bathroom, and I vomited, and I was like, oh my god, I'm pregnant. So we go back, we finish the meal, or I didn't really finish the meal, I think I ate like one bite and I was done. We went back to her apartment, and she had extra tests, and she said you need to take a test. In my head, I was like, I'm really not pregnant, so I'm like, it's okay if I take a test, right? So let's just do it to take it, because I was originally gonna wait until the 5 days that I missed my whole period just to be sure. But she kept saying, you know, do it, do it, do it, and I'm just like, okay, let's just do it. So I went to the bathroom, I took the test, and I'm staring at the test because I'm nervous as hell, and I'm staring at it, and it literally changed. Like, it wasn't even, they say you have to wait, what, 2 minutes, I believe? It wasn't even like half a minute and a big fat positive came on the pregnancy test. And I was like, my first literal thought was, oh God. And it wasn't like a happy, oh God, or it wasn't a sad, oh God. It was just like an oh God, like that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you that weren't planning for a baby, like, hit you this way. And like, I just remember thinking like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not gonna be able to finish anything. and then the second thought was, I feel so guilty because I didn't take the test with Walter. And I think that was probably one of my regrets, of not taking the test with him. And but if I had any inclination of me being pregnant, I would have waited and just took it with him. But I honestly just did not think I was. So I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, crap, I should have took it with Walter. And then it hit me. Then it hit me like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. And then I started crying. So then I took the test out. I went out of the bathroom because, trust me, my best friend was like, she was probably gonna sit in there with me and make me pee on the test, because at first I didn't want to. But anyway, so I went out of the bathroom and I showed her the test, and like, I was the only one crying. She like teared up a little bit, but like, it was crazy. So I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. So then I was like, how do I tell Walter? Like, it was gonna be like 2 hours before I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Do I do a cupcake thing? Do I do a cake thing? Because, you know, you think of Pinterest and you think of like, okay, what's something cute that I can do? And I'm like, oh my God, is he gonna pass out, or is he gonna be happy? Like, and then I started stressing out because I was like, how is he gonna react to this? So then I ordered him food from Applebee's, and I was like, I didn't have any time to go to Albertsons and think of a cake or get a cupcake, and that I was just like so stressed out. I was like, I don't really know what to do. So I literally got a Ziploc bag, and he still has it in the room too, which is so funny. A Ziploc bag. I put the pregnancy test in there because my sanitizer, sanitary, I'm trying to stay clean. So I put the pregnancy test in there, but I decorated first. I put, congrats, you're gonna be a dad. And then I put it in his food. Like, you know, the food's covered in like the plastic container. So I put it on his food. It's in a Ziploc bag. And I, you know, tie the bag up, and I'm like, I'm just gonna give it to this. Like, I'm just gonna give it to him because I don't know what else to do. So I come home. He's in his gaming chair, and I was like, oh, you know, here's your food. And I go and I sit in the bed. Now, I don't know how I looked, but I felt pale. I felt sick. Like, I just, if you really took the time to look at me, you'd be like, something is wrong with that girl. So I sit down, and he's talking to me about something, whether it was YouTube related or game related, but honestly, I didn't hear anything he said. I was just like, open the bag, open the bag, open the bag. Like, that's all I kept saying. And then finally, he wouldn't stop talking, and I'm like, are you gonna open your food? And then he just looked at me. And then finally, he opened the bag, and he saw the test, and he's like, what is this? No. What did he say? He just held it up, and he'll tell you something different, but I could have swore all I heard was, oh shit. Like, that's all I heard. And then he's like, he looked at me and he's like, for real? And I'm just like, we're pregnant. And I don't know what it was with him, but I don't know if he didn't believe me or what it was, but I had an extra test here at the house. So he's like, take it again. Honestly, that was the 4th test I took because I didn't believe it. So when I was at my friend's house, like, I took 3 tests. I took 3 tests. And the one that I brought home was the 4th test, because I couldn't believe it. I was still in shock. So he's like, do you have tests here? And I was like, yeah. He's like, take it again. So I was like, okay, like something's gonna change. But then even when I went to the bathroom and took it again for the 5th time, in my head I was like, well, maybe it will change, and maybe I'm not pregnant. Maybe these are all false. And so I go to the bathroom, I take the test, and come out, and sure enough, it's not even the same one that says pregnant or not pregnant, because I took 3 digital tests saying pregnant, and 2 of the ones that just had the plus signs, and this was the one that had a plus sign. And I'm just staring at it again in the bathroom, and not even like 5 seconds goes by, and it's big fat plus, and I was like, we're pregnant. So then I come out to the bathroom, I hand him the test, and I'm like, we're pregnant. And he is like, oh shit. I could have swore he said, oh shit. Like I said, he's probably gonna be like, no babe, I didn't say that. That's what I heard, or maybe I was just, you know, saying that to myself. Anyway, that's how I found out. That's how I told Walter, because if I had more time to really like sit on it for a day, I probably would have just brought a cupcake and been like, you're gonna be a dad, and took a picture of the test instead of having it, and like taped it to the box and been like, here you go. But I mean, it happened the way it happened. I wouldn't have changed it because it was funny and it was our own little way, I guess. But yeah, so like I said, I didn't really have any pregnancy signs until the 4th day of me being me missing my period. And like I said, that was just having the urge to pee, and the food one. I didn't really have anything else. But yeah, so that's how I found out. That's how I told Walter. And yeah, I'll be doing more pregnancy videos and updates. My next one I'm going to be doing is my 1st trimester, and how that's going, how my baby bump is, and what my symptoms were and stuff like that. And that will be on the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I promise you more videos are on the way. Now that I'm in my 2nd trimester, I'm feeling so much better, because the first one, it was just horrific. It was horrific. It was horrible. Yeah, it was bad. So anyway, you'll find all that out on the next video. So like I said, thanks again for watching, and yeah, see you guys.